Hello, my name is Garrett Jones, and I'm a bassist with the Arkansas Philharmonic Orchestra. Today, we're going to be looking at Brahms Symphony No. 4, Movement 2. If your teachers have any recommendations, I recommend that you follow them. Okay, so the big key thing here is rhythm, probably. There's also a good arpeggio that we need to look at, probably measure 77. But lots of space, especially on this beginning. We have the pulse just sitting there on the 8th note equals 80. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretty straightforward there. These dotted 16th to 32nd notes can be a little bit short. So looking at this third, measuring this system on the very top, so very last measure in the top line. If you play dotted 8/16, it's kind of the same idea. So anyways, measure 77 fingerings for this. We're thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we just need to make sure we have, during the 8th note, that we're counting 4 32nd notes during that high G, plus one more that's tied in to this. It's kind of a grouping of 5 32nd notes. So we got, if I slow this down, we're going to start first finger B, open G, then we're going to shift up to B on the D string, first finger D, the high G, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, and then C is going to be right here on the D string, 4th finger, and then second finger E, G, and then back to 1 for the D, B natural 4, 1 C. So one more time. 2, 3, 4, 1. Then rest. So a little bit faster. That's the idea behind that pattern. Okay, moving on from there, just make sure we catch these A flats coming down, because we measure 79, so. Let's keep those short. Letter E, we also have 2 accents on these B flats, so. We can make those stand out a little bit just by having a little bit of space between them and just really adding a little more speed, a little more weight on the attack of each one of those. That will differentiate that. The rhythm at 83 looks more complex than it actually is. It's still that kind of, I'm going to say, dotted 16th to 32nd rhythm. So we can think of it as slight dotted 8/16 sort of things if you see those regularly. Except for instead, they're asking for a little bit more space. That's all they're doing with that 32nd rest in there. So we got measure 83, for instance. So not a whole lot of bows, just little short, tiny bows. And then we kind of move towards like a triple E sort of feel, getting into measure 84. This is going to be weird because every other group of triplet, they're going to flip the bows on us. So it's going to feel kind of weird, especially when we get midway through the measure each time. Feels like we should almost go back to a down bow, just keep playing it as is. So for instance, measure 84. make sure we really have that left hand down, ready to play before we articulate with the right hand. So they'll ring out nice and full. Okay, so I'm gonna play this for you really kind of slow. Hopefully you can follow along a bit. So take it just a little bit slower. That's not slow. 1, 2, 3, ready, set, go. Another thing to be kind of mindful of is measure 84. Be aware of the C sharps and D sharps, and then coming back down the D naturals and C naturals on the descent. So make sure there's a difference by half step in each one of those. I actually wound up, I think, trying to hook two of those bows together earlier as well in measure 82. Keep those all separate. So it'll be measure 82. So that'll be the bowing for that anyways. Okay, one more time at tempo.